Welcome to the class 12 students. Today I'll be starting a new chapter with you all, and the name of the chapter is biodiversity. It is one of the chapters of your ecology group in your syllabus. Okay, so before we go into the details of biodiversity, let me discuss with you what is biodiversity. Biodiversity is defined as the variation which is observed among the organisms in a particular habitat or in different ecosystems. So I hope you all know the meaning of habitat and the meaning of ecosystem, because we have already discussed these terms in in the previous chapter that I have done with you. So that is what biodiversity is: the variation among the organisms in a particular habitat. Okay, now let's go into the details of biodiversity. Firstly, talking about the levels of biodiversity. There are three levels, as you can see the names here: genetic, species, and ecosystem diversity. Okay, so first we will talk about genetic diversity. Every organism has a genetic basis for the characteristic feature. Okay, therefore the variations between organisms or variations among species are based on the genetic makeup of the entities under consideration. Here you can see it is written that the differences in the DNA content among individuals within species and population. We all are human beings, okay, but we do not look similar to, we do not look identical to each other. Our body parts are similar to each other. We all have two eyes, two ears, one nose, two hands, two legs. All those things are same, but the genes are different. That is why we do not look same. We do not have the same skin color. We do not have the same hair texture. We do not have the same eye color. So the diversity in the gene results into this kind of variations. Okay, next, moving on to the next one, that is species diversity. So suppose in a particular area the different species present come under species diversity. In any ecosystem, the types of inhabiting species together constitute the community, obviously. So the species that are living in a particular area, they all form a community through interaction among the species. So through interaction among all the species, that all the different kinds of species that are living in a particular ecosystem, we find out that species diversity. Okay, it in an ecosystem, a species is the unit of living entities, and all the species in the ecosystem constitute species diversity. Clear? The number, and here you can also see that the number and variety of species in number and variety is a most important term here in the world or in a particular area. That is species diversity. In short, the different types of species that are found in a particular area, or even if we are talking about the whole world, the number of the different types of species that are found here. Okay, moving on to the third category, that is ecosystem diversity. Also we can call it as ecological diversity. Now the number and variety of ecosystems or habitats means the different physical characteristics of a place that can be different from each other. Suppose rainforest has a particular type of flora, fauna, vegetation, temperature, pressure, humidity, while a cornfield will have a different everything different in it. Suppose in a desert region, again everything will be different. So the differences in these ecosystems or in these habitats means a living area of a particular organism. So the differences in these habitats is known as ecosystem diversity. I hope this levels of biodiversity is clear to you all. Moving on to our next topic is the different categories of ecological diversity. So we have already discussed ecological diversity in the previous topic that we did just now. So to say it again, ecological diversity is the different types of ecosystem or habitat that are found in a particular area. Okay, now this ecological diversity or ecosystem diversity can again be divided into three types, which are alpha diversity, beta diversity, and then there is gamma diversity. Alpha, beta, and gamma diversity are the three categories under ecological diversity. Now what are these three? Firstly, talking about alpha diversity. Okay, the species diversity of a given community comprises of the alpha diversity. Suppose a particular community is there, the number of species in that particular community, the species diversity of that particular community is known as alpha diversity, and this alpha diversity depends upon the species richness and evenness. If that particular community is rich with different types of species, or if the presence of different types of species is even, that means the species evenness, then these two are the factors that will regulate the alpha diversity of that particular community. And a lot of competition is and interactions between different organisms or different species are also observed among the members of the same community. Okay, so we are done with alpha diversity. Next, moving on to beta diversity. Beta diversity comprises of different microhabitats, niches, and variations in environmental conditions, which leads to diversity at the community level. Okay, so different, as you can see in this picture, that here is an alpha diversity, here is another alpha diversity, and then there is the third alpha diversity. So three separate alpha diversities, and they all together, the interrelationship between these three alpha diversities make up the beta diversity. So the interrelationship between these two makes this beta diversity. The interrelationship between these two alpha diversity makes this one, and the interrelationship between these two makes this beta diversity. Okay, so beta diversity comprises of different microhabitats. Here the microhabitats are this one and this one for this one. Okay, for this beta diversity, the microhabitats are this one and this one. So similarly, in one particular environmental condition, the different microhabitats, niches, and variations comprise of the beta diversity. I hope it is clear to you all. And then moving on to the last category, that is gamma diversity. It is a diversity as at the ecosystem level or habitat level over a large geographical area. Okay, so this large geographical area consists of three different alpha diversity and three different beta diversity, which are all different from each other, because this beta diversity is the interrelationship between this one and this one, while this one is the interrelationship between this one and this one. So they all are different from each other, and this all of these constitute of the gamma diversity. Okay, so alpha, beta, and gamma, while alpha is the smallest while alpha diversity constitutes of the smallest area, and the gamma diversity has the largest area. Okay, so the difference between alpha, beta, and gamma diversity, you will have to learn the difference between these three. Okay, I hope this part it is clear to you all, and then I can move on to the next topic of this chapter in the next video. Thank you.